Welcome back to Ben Leo Tonight. Now we move on to our next story. A US-based Islamist hate preacher by the name of Sheikh Uthman ibn Farouk says this about homosexuality.
Our great creator, through all the scriptures, whether it's the Old Testament, you can read Leviticus, or the New Testament, you can read Romans, or the Quran, you will find it forbidden, right? Because this is not the natural way that our creator designed us to be.
All right, and he says this about Sharia law.
You believe in that Islam that be chopping off hands? Yeah, I do. I think it's better than what you believe in.
And even claims it's Islamically acceptable to have sexual relations with your slaves and prisoners.
Allah made the spousal relations between a husband and wife halal. And Allah made that those people taken under war, not regularly under war, as captives who were trying to kill you, that now you're going to support and keep in your house and spend on and treat well, that this is like a wife. This is somebody who you can have those relationships with. So if Allah made it halal, that is not zina. That is not adultery, because Allah made it halal.
Oh, anyway, he's just wrapped up, get this, a 21-day tour, or date tour rather, all across the UK, spreading that kind of hateful and harmful rhetoric. Yet, at the same time, the Home Office banned anti-immigration French philosopher Renaud Camus from entering Britain, claiming his presence would go against the public good. Very good. We contacted the Home Office to ask about this apparent example of double standards or two-tier standards, but we were told, as usual, quote, "It is our long-standing policy not to comment on individual cases." Well, sorry, but is this not one of the clearest cases of sheer hypocrisy we've ever seen? Oh, let's get the thoughts of my panel now. Businessman and activist Adam Brooks, political commentator Chloe Dobbs, and the former Labour Minister Bill Rammell. Chloe, what do you make of this chap? Seems like a nice guy, doesn't he? He's been touring mosques all across the UK. I think he did 21 dates. And he was free to do so by the Home Office.
This guy should not be doing a tour around Britain. I'm quite concerned that he was able to fill up a 21-date tour. That tells you what level of extremism there is in the UK. There are that many people signing up to see him. This guy said that COVID was unleashed on the West as punishment for allowing homosexuality. He believes in the stoning of adulterers and homosexuals. He's preached hatred towards Jews. This is not a good guy at all. And the fact that I haven't read Renaud Camus's books on immigration. I don't know exactly what he says, but I highly, highly doubt that he is more of a danger to the public in the UK than this man is. So I think the Home Office have got big questions to answer, and their response to you guys was absolutely pathetic.
Using the internet without a VPN, a virtual private network, is a bit like taking to the road without car insurance. All it takes is one unlucky moment to cost you a lot of cash. This video's sponsor is Private Internet Access. They are the VPN to help keep you safe. Click the link in the description below to find out why over 30 million people have downloaded PIA to protect themselves online. A virtual private network is an app that hides your IP address and helps keep your data private. When you're browsing the internet at home, you give up a large amount of data to businesses, to shops, and indeed to social media giants too. Hackers have the ability to steal your personal data with ease, including sensitive information such as passwords, keystrokes, and even your personal photos. Private Internet Access helps protect your personal data by encrypting your internet connection to keep your data out of the hands of cyber criminals. And it's not just hackers either to be concerned about. Information can be censored too. When Canada passed their C-18 bill, social media giants decided to ban news content on their platforms. But PIA can protect your ability to consume the news and content you love. Private Internet Access is available for Windows users, Mac OS, Android, Linux, iOS, and you can use one PIA subscription to protect an unlimited amount of devices. And we've got a huge GBNews discount for you too. Click the link in this video's description and you'll get a massive 83% off PIA. That's under £2 a month, the price of a coffee, and you'll get an extra 4 months completely free on top. Also, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee too. Visit piavpn.com/GBnews to start protecting yourself digitally today.
Yeah, Adam Brooks, I think this guy, he's called a sheikh. I don't know if he is a sheikh. He's probably a Fake shake, I don't know. But he went to London, he went to Slough, he went to many places up north, Birmingham, Leicester, you know, all the,
well, look, Ben,
the traditional places.
We've got two-tier policing, two-tier justice, a two-tier government, and now two-tier rules on who can come into this country. They want everyone to watch Adolescence because apparently young white boys are the problem in this country.
Yeah.
Yet we're allowing someone like that, to spread hate and division across the UK. How can that be right? Some of his views on homosexuality and women are abhorrent. You know, he promotes the segregation of men and women. How is that in line with modern society? How is that allowed to be told in mosques and across the country? Something is seriously wrong, and authorities are scared to stop people like him in case there's a backlash in certain communities.
Are the authorities scared, Bill Reynolds, do you think?
No, I don't think that's the case. I mean, look, I learned when I was in government and responsible for the Prevent programme that the only dividing line you can establish in terms of what's acceptable and not acceptable is violence or the advocacy of violence. Now, on that basis, my reading of this is that Camus doesn't cross that line. I think his views are deeply objectionable, but he doesn't cross that line.
This is the French philosopher.
Yeah.
So, just for viewers at home, briefly, he talks about, what, the Great Replacement Theory?
Yeah, so he says that, you know, there is a deliberate and systematic programme across Europe to replace the indigenous population with migrants. Now, I think many people may say governments aren't as effective as they should be, but the idea there's a deliberate and systematic programme is nonsense. But he's not advocating violence. So I think on the face of it, the Home Office has got that wrong. This guy, you know, and I don't agree that his views on women and homosexuals on their own are enough to ban him. It's when he talks about cutting people's hands off, and it's the advocacy of violence. And I think the fundamental problem here is there's too much secrecy. The Home Office needs to be open and transparent about its criteria for banning or not, and make that public.
OK. Well, what concerns me the most, actually, isn't the fact that this guy came here in the first place. It's the fact that he had 21 venues that were pretty much sold out. I mean, who the hell's going to see this guy speak? You know, and what are their intentions going forward? Who knows? OK, both, thank you thank you very much, the three of you. Let us know what you think, gbnews.com/your say. We did ask that chap for a comment, by the way, but he, funnily enough, didn't get back to us. Wonder why.
At GB News, we believe in the power of free speech. We're not afraid to ask the tough questions, challenge the status quo, and give you a voice. While others silence dissent, we champion the truth. By becoming a GB News member, you're not just supporting free speech, you're defending it. Please consider supporting us today. Together, we'll hold the powerful to account and make sure that your voice is always heard. Simply go to gbnews.com/support and stand with us for what matters most.